with Average Black Girl, and I'm excited to talk to you all about my favorite tips on LinkedIn. So before we get into it, I want to explain why. Because a lot of people think like me, and for me, before I can completely dive in or commit myself to something, I need to understand the why behind it. And I've been like this since I was little. Like my parents will tell you, I always needed to know why something was happening before I completely committed. And that has not changed when I transitioned to adulthood. In fact, it's only increased. And so I got you, my above average crew. I know that you are thinking like me, so I wanted to explain why. So one, LinkedIn is smaller, right? So you can really be like a big fish in a small pond. And who doesn't want to do that? With Instagram and Facebook, I mean, there's so many people, so much noise, so many people posting multiple times a day that it is hard, especially on your own, to really make waves. And with LinkedIn, I've found that not to be true. I have to think about the social media platforms as like a child. You know, Instagram is definitely an infant where you have to consistently and constantly be feeding attention to it. And I would look at LinkedIn like a teenager, where you just need a little bit of guidance, you need to check in, but you know, they're independent, they got it, boom. So that's why I'm enticed and interested in talking about LinkedIn. The next thing that I want to touch on is the algorithm. So the algorithm is different because LinkedIn knows that the situation and the way people get on LinkedIn is situational as well. So a lot of people get on LinkedIn because something happens. You know, my boss made me upset at work, so now I'm looking for a new job. Two, I'm trying to connect with someone that I don't have their phone number with. And so LinkedIn is the best professional way for me to shoot my professional shot, whether I need to send my resume, just ask for an email, or inquire about a project or a partnership that's going to happen. Three, I may get on LinkedIn maybe monthly or weekly, but I'm not getting on every day. And I'm not scrolling LinkedIn and surfing LinkedIn like I would on Instagram or a Facebook. So it's situational. So because it's situational, so does their algorithm change. So let me tell you about a really, really good success story that I have with LinkedIn about how their algorithm is a little bit different. So 2 years ago, back when Solange came out and directed the SZA video, The Weeknd. Now SZA was having her breakout year, and this was going to be her first music video. So everybody was excited. And when we heard that Solange was going to be doing it, we were like, oh, we're excited. Okay, let's see what these two queens are going to do. And when it came out, we were so disappointed. We were so disappointed because what the video was not what us, our intended audience, the target audience, thought it was going to be. It ended up being a rendition / version of Solange's Cranes in the Sky, not taking away the creativity, but it's not what we expected and what we wanted from this video. The video of The Weeknd, for those that don't know, is about a girl talking about how one girl is the Monday through Friday, and she's the Weeknd, right? So right there, that should be some sort of, from the video what we wanted, a sort of like movie scripts, like a storyline. We're looking for the girl that's Monday through Thursday and the girl that's Friday through Sunday. We want to know how this works, what's the story, what's the build up, what happens. And it's very popular for music videos to have like a storyline in it. And it wasn't there. And she missed that because there was no surveying of the audience. Had she have surveyed a segment of the audience, they would have known that as a census, this is what we wanted. As a collective, this is what we wanted. And you missed that. The next thing is you didn't take into consideration who you were dealing with. You're dealing with a special time in someone's artist career. It's their breakout album, it's their breakout song. And if you play your cards right, this song could be the most streamed video of that year. This song could be the most played video of that year had you given the target audience what they wanted. Because you're not taking into consideration the last thing. Who is your target audience and what are our behaviors? Well, as African Americans, as really Black people worldwide, when we get together and have parties, we may sometimes throw music on, but we may also sometimes throw in a music video playlist and just have YouTube play. And that's very common. But we play the videos that we like, that we want to see over and over and over again. Nobody wanted to see that video over and over again, so you're missing out on so many things. And then what happened? Well, somebody that got it right, somebody that has a team that understood what they were trying to work against, Taylor Swift came out with the video and a storyboard and a song that was very similar. And that video ended up being the most streamed video of that year. And that was a big miss because you have someone that was creative and successful in their own right, but you could tell and see the obvious signs that this person wasn't in marketing and wasn't dealing with the industry of marketing. And that article carried me the entire year, and here's why. When you create articles on LinkedIn or even share posts on LinkedIn, as long as somebody is engaging, whether they're commenting, sharing, giving their 2 cents, whatever it is that they're engaging in this article or post, it will keep popping up on people's timelines. Because remember, people are not logging into LinkedIn weekly. People are not logging into LinkedIn daily. And so it's a mismatch of some things that are relevant and timely and some things that are just engaging that is on that person's timeline. And you have a lot of people that just don't have that LinkedIn mindset where I'm connecting with people that I don't know. So if you have this article that is very popular, you may be the most popular article that they see on that timeline. And so it's shoving up. So I would get, engagement every month and every week as people are looking and commenting and stuff. And I'm like, wow, this is really carrying. Now let's look at another platform. On Facebook, an article like that would last for maybe a week, and then it would kind of go down the timeline and you wouldn't see it anymore. And on Instagram, it may last a couple of days, maybe 3. So there is a lot that LinkedIn has to offer in that way. So that is why I like LinkedIn and the reasons why, and a success story that worked for me. Because once that article kept going, like the people kept coming to me, I gained a whole bunch of connections, and I was able to exert myself on that platform as that marketing expert. And that's the whole purpose of the game, right? Once you exert yourself as the expert, people then think about you and refer you and come up with you as it's time for you to do different stuff, get different contracts, get different opportunities, so forth and so on. So now that we've talked about that, I'm going to now give to you my favorite tips that are on LinkedIn. So one tip is that privacy glass that you have where I'm only connecting with people that I know, and people that I don't know are going to stay on that waiting list. That has to go, because you are now a brand. Think of yourself as a public figure, honestly. Even if you are just beginning, you're now what's called a micro influencer. Okay, you don't have a lot of followers, but you're going to get there. And you are talking about a specific topic. And I would say that you should pick three topics or 3 things within the industry that of your choice that you are going to be that expert. A lot of people will say 1. I say people are multifaceted. 3 is fine. But when you start being that Jack or Jill of all trades, people forget what all you do, and then you stop being recommended for anything because you're known for everything. So 3 things people can remember. Boom, bam, that's it. But that I'm private, I don't know, break it. Like, social media is not for you to be private. That's for you to do offline in real life or have private groups, but it's not for that anymore. No. 2, being consistent. Being consistent is literally life and death of social media and how things work. Because what happens? You look at this video, you're like pumped, you're like, okay, I'm about to get this LinkedIn money, let's do it. No. What you have to do is you have to be consistent. Don't leave this video and then post for the next 5 days. Every day you're doing an article a week, you're doing 5 posts a week, and then life happens. And then when life happens, okay, wait, I'm gonna push it from working on Monday, posting on Monday to Wednesday, and then Wednesday gets pushed to Friday, and next thing you know, it's been a whole week. And then once you skip a week, it's so much easier to skip 2. And then next thing you know, it's been 3, and then you're like, oh my gosh, this isn't working, this strategy isn't working, I'm overwhelmed, I'm done. And it's like, no, I would rather, and this is me talking, I would rather you post weekly once and continue it and be consistent with it than you to post, 3 times or 5 times and then you can't maintain it. Because that's the thing with marketing. Marketing is not like sales or not like shooting where you post once or you do this thing once and then you get all these results. Marketing is the result of consistent strategy being implemented to perfection. And then as you're doing it, you're looking at the results, you're looking at the data, and then you're tweaking what works until you get to a place that is the perfect system for you. Now, another thing that I didn't tell you about LinkedIn, which makes it so valuable, is the fact that 45% of LinkedIn users make over $75,000 or more. So if you're looking for your paid client, you're looking for your paid opportunity, you're looking for the next gig, you're looking for someone that can pay you for your speaking engagements, you're looking for someone that can connect you with someone that's going to take you to the next level, they are on LinkedIn. And a lot of these people are on LinkedIn and nothing else. These people, a lot of them, they are not interested in being on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or any of that stuff. They are okay with LinkedIn because it does have that professional aspect to it, and that's all that they care about, and that's their motive. They're looking and saying, well, if it's good enough for these billionaires, it's good enough for me, and that's that. And you have a lot of people that are a bit older that are still in a place where they can provide value. They have a lot of great connections. They have a lot of, they're higher ranking in their corporations, and they can really take you to the next level, but you have to meet them where they are, and that's where they're at. They're on LinkedIn. Now, the next thing that you want to do, the next tip is going to be strategic with who you're letting in and how you're targeting these people. So say, for instance, you want to partner with McDonald's. You're like, McDonald's has all these different activations that they have throughout the year. I want to be one of those people. Or McDonald's is having all these different corporations. I want these people to go ahead and give their program to their workers, their C-level employees. I want to teach them how to do better with conflict. Whatever it is that your program is. Well, you don't want to just say, I'm accepting and going to basically blast everybody that works at McDonald's, because everybody can't help you. You want to know who these people are. If you want to work with McDonald's, then you want to work with maybe people that are in their community outreach or community engagement, their marketing, their PR, their events coordination, their people that are only working on event planning, people that work at corporate, people that are in charge of the franchise owners. That's who you want to add. You can't expect to add everybody because people are on different levels. Somebody that works as in a McDonald's store, like maybe somebody that works the registration or is a cook, they can't help you to where you're trying to go. So you want to be strategic with it. And then once you start connecting these people, you want to be able to figure out how you're going to go down in the DMs. Because it goes down in the DMs, but strategically. And so, again, people are selfish. So what is your reason for hopping into their DMs, and how are you going to cultivate that relationship? Are you going to ask to get on a discovery call? Are you going to ask to give them your freebie, your free marketing, make money with marketing workbook like I have? Are you going to compliment them on what they're saying and what they're doing? There's so many ways that you can go about it. And if you have questions, definitely leave them in the comment section below. I would love to help you. And if this is something that you were like, I really, really, really want to get into learning LinkedIn and figuring out how I can really take my brand and my platform to the next level, I would love for you to join my course, How to Make LinkedIn Irresistible. So if all this stuff sounds completely interesting to you and you're like, you know what, I wasn't thinking about LinkedIn, but now I'm definitely gonna be on LinkedIn. Or if you're like, okay, I'm on it, but now I'm really ready to step it up to the next level, I would love for you to go ahead and sign up for my LinkedIn course, How to Make LinkedIn Irresistible. The information is in the description box below. And if you go to my links that say online courses, it's there as well. But I would love for you to go ahead and sign up. And it has an additional LinkedIn workbook to ensure that you are going to kill it, lock it, load it, and turn LinkedIn into that lead generating, next speaking engagement landing, network having machine. All right, well, I hope that if you like this video that you like, comment, and subscribe, and share it to someone that you think may need this information as well. And I will see you in the next video.